35 and thrive. Hey, what's up, fasters? I'm at 35 hours of my 100-hour fast. I'm hanging out with, I think that's Silas's stuffed animal. So, I'm not hungry at all. I didn't really expect this fast to go this smoothly. However, in the last 3 weeks, I've done 9 24-hour fasts. So, perhaps I was building up to this. But wanted to just sort of check in, let you know what I'm doing, what I'm feeling. So when I got up this morning, the first thing I did was I had some hydrogen water with electrolytes. So I also added a very low calorie amino acid powder and some creatine. So I'm getting ready to go work out. So I take those things before I work out. Normally, I have an amino acid that's 5 calories, probably doesn't break my fast. So I do take that, and I'm gonna go do a full body workout. So I'm gonna bench, do some legs, arms, everything. And today will be my last day of lifting weights. The next 2 days while I'm fasting, I'll be doing light, steady state cardio. So I'll probably go for walks. Steady state cardio is the fancy way of saying take a walk. But I'm not really doing that because of my 100-hour fast. That's just my normal routine. So I lift weights Monday to Thursday or Sunday to Thursday, depending on when I get done working. And then I work Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So those are the days that I tend to do my best fasting and focus a little bit more on taking walks. So I wanted to talk a minute about the holistic approach to wellness that we take. So I talk a lot about fasting on my videos, and that's mainly because I feel like fasting is the most difficult part of it, and that's what you need the most encouragement and knowledge in order to get through. However, I don't feel like it's the place to start. And for that matter, at 35 hours, if you're a new faster, so if you've only been fasting a couple times or you've only done short intermittent fasting, like maybe 12 to 16 hours, if you've made it to 35 hours, now's probably a good time to stop and go ahead and eat and keep practicing your fasting to build up to the longer times. So you don't want to jump right into a 50 or 72-hour fast. You want to work up to that. But as far as your approach to health is concerned, where I would start isn't at fasting. What you want to do is take a look at your diet. That would be the number one change you can make in your life. So if you're having health issues, or if you want to avoid health issues, if you're wise enough to try to head them off at the pass, which is why I'm trying to get information out there. I wasn't. I had blood clots, which is a byproduct of insulin resistance or some other things. I don't know exactly what was causing them. Doctors don't figure that part out. They just treat them. So it was my job to figure it out. But insulin resistance can cause blood clots. It also can cause high blood pressure, diabetes, sleep apnea, obesity, so on and so forth. So all of the common things that you hear people having, even as far as dementia and brain disorders. So that's the long-term effect. The diabetes type 2, the dementia, so on and so forth, are long-term problems with insulin resistance. So step one is to take a look at your diet. I have a diet that I recommend. To me, it's the diet you end up on after you go on keto and carnivore and those types of diets. So they're fine if you want to do that. If it's a diet you can stick to, carnivore, keto, paleo, Mediterranean, anything that focuses on whole foods and healthy fats is a great place to start. And from there, you can tweak it with whatever works for you. My diet is sort of a combination. It is beans, and that's basically because research shows that the people on Earth that live the longest, so the areas of the Earth with the most centurions, 100-year-olds, there's 4 pockets. They all eat a lot of beans. So to me, that's a reason to eat a lot of beans. So I have beans, meat. Meat is nutrient dense, and the nutrients are available. So they're in a form that we can use. Plants have a lot of nutrients, no doubt. However, some of those nutrients aren't available. We have to convert it to what we can use. And some people can do that, and some people cannot. Got to switch hands here. My arms get heavy. So we go with beans, we go with meat, then vegetables, and then healthy fats, olive oil, olive oil, olive oil. So I dress my vegetables. I generally just put a frisee salad, so some leafy greens dressed in olive oil and apple cider vinegar on top of my food. Eggs. Eggs are full of every nutrient that you need. And if you think about it, I mean, that's what an egg is. So an egg creates life. So it has everything you need for life. So it has all the essential amino acids. So I always use eggs. And then ferments. So ferments are great for your gut. Our gut is directly tied to our immune system, directly tied to our brain. So a healthy gut is a healthy person. So studies show that if your gut's healthy, then you're healthy. The healthier your gut is, the healthier your weight is. It's just all tied to your gut. So we want to have some ferments in there. So I actually make fermented mayonnaise. Then I use the fermented mayonnaise to make fermented ranch. And we have ferments on hand at all times, like sauerkraut or fermented vegetables. So right now I have probably 5 or 6 different kind of vegetables in my fridge. Asparagus, cauliflower, carrots, a combination of those that are all ready. So as soon as I need a snack, I can grab a fermented asparagus, dip it in my fermented ranch, and it's a healthy snack full of olive oil and healthy bacteria. So diet's a great place to start. So like I said, I keep it simple. It sounds complicated, but it's beans, meat, eggs, vegetables, ferments. That's it. So, and then you can stack that onto a keto tortilla if you want. Works really great that way. You can eat it as a power bowl, which is what I do 70% of the time. I have everything on hand. The only thing I have to do is cook up an egg whenever, or well, 3 eggs or 4 eggs, whenever I want to eat. So, and on that, I have now lost 45 pounds and I'm on my way down. My goal weight is to be in the 220s. So right now I'm at 258. So I'm getting there, but I started up at 305. So I haven't been at it for that long, but we're getting there. The next thing is exercise. So resistance training is the second most important thing you could do, even ahead of fasting. So fasting's difficult, but generally fasting is what you do whenever you get into the diet and the exercise and some of these other things. You have to be so into the health aspects of things that then you're willing to fast, because fasting just to not eat isn't any fun. So you have to be focused on the healthy aspects of fasting. So you have to want the autophagy. You have to want to fix insulin resistance. You have to want to bump up your HGH. You have to want to be in ketosis. So you have to understand ketones and what they do for your body in order to stay on it. Otherwise, you just want to go grab something to eat, So you have to realize the greater good, because there is a little bit of pain, and your body adjusts to pain. So it's just like lifting weights. We're all familiar with the fact if you go lift weights, eventually you get stronger, and that's your body adjusting to that pain. That's your body adjusting to that stimulus. So that's how your body adjusts to the stimulus of not eating, is that it goes into all these processes that cleans your body out. So it starts finding things to eat. It starts protecting itself from the lack of nutrition. And it finds the nutrition, which is good for you. So resistance training, that would be number 2. Sauna bathing would probably be number 3. So the top 2 are pretty common and things that you hear people talk about all the time. Eat right, work out. Number 3, sauna bathing. You're sitting in a hot room, so that's not that hard to actually do. You just have to have access to a sauna. If you sauna bathe 3 or 4 times a week, you reduce your chances of all-cause mortality by 60%. You reduce your chances of a heart attack by 90%. Those are huge numbers, and that's from sitting in a hot room for 20, 30 minutes. So it's way harder to go 36 and 48 hours without eating than it is to sit in a hot room for 20 minutes. So sauna bathing is real popular in certain parts of the world, and it's highly studied. So in Sweden, everyone has a sauna, and that's where they go and study. And they have 20 and 30 years studies on humans. So this data is extremely credible. And so saunas would be the third most important thing. Fasting then is probably number four, you know. Then you have ice baths and hydrogen water and grounding. I mean, they all have their place. And just to talk about grounding for a minute, while I'm sort of talk about the holistic approach to wellness that we take, I have been sleeping ungrounded for the last, let's see, 6 nights. So Ethan's home from college. He has a grounding pillow at college. He didn't bring it with him, so I gave him mine. I am grounded at my computer while I work out, so it's not like or whenever I work on my website. So it's not like I go all day without grounding. However, I'm not sleeping on a grounded pillow or with a grounded pillow like I usually do. And I can tell you, I've been waking up 3 or 4 times throughout the night. My mouth is dry, so I think I'm ending up rolling around a lot, breathing through my mouth. Probably some sleep apnea kind of things are going on throughout the night. The only difference is I don't have my grounding pillow. So Ethan goes back to football camp, let's see, in 2 days. So I'll get my pillow back, and I expect things instantly to go back to normal, where I sleep solid all through the night. I don't roll around. I breathe through my nose. I sleep on my side. And that'll be much better. I am feeling a little bit run down. I don't think it's because of the fasting. I think it's because my quality of sleep isn't what it has been and what I'm used to. So anyway, I am at 35 hours fasting. My focus today is electrolytes. So my first drink of the day had electrolytes in it. For the rest of the day, I will be drinking hydrogen water with lemon juice, and I will add salt. I have Himalayan pink salt. I have sea salt. So I'll add that to my drink. So I do want to keep sodium, potassium, magnesium. Those trace minerals are essential, and you can become deficient in that on a long fast. So simply adding some sea salt or some pink Himalayan salt will do the trick. I add an actual packet of electrolytes once or twice a day just to make sure I'm getting all that. I do have potassium and magnesium in pill form also, so I'll take one of those today. And that'll just make sure my muscles stay hydrated, my muscles stay strong, and I'm getting the essential nutrients that I need while I'm fasting to feel good. So if you don't feel good, it makes it way harder in order to fast. So I'll check back in another 10, 12 hours. I sure hope things go as smoothly as they are right now. I just had a coffee also, so I feel energized. I'm ready to go work out. So I'm going to go hit the total body workout. I'm going to do it in like 45 minutes. So this isn't going to be like a kill yourself kind of workout. I'm going to go to failure and then move on to another body part. Go to failure, move on to another body part. Later today, if I have time, I will do steady state cardio. Yeah, I'll go for a walk if I have time. Kids have a baseball game. If I don't have time, I'm going to go to the baseball game again tonight. It's probably going to be another tight game. We're a good team, but we're in a tournament with other good teams. So it's high anxiety, high excitement, yelling, screaming, jumping around, and it burns a lot of energy. But I did the same thing yesterday. I was not hungry after the game. I just make sure I stay hydrated. So it is a little bit of preparation involved. So you do want to make sure you have drinks available. You want to make sure you keep your stomach full of water, coffee, tea, whatever healthy drinks that you like that don't have any calories or carbohydrates. And you just want to focus on what's going on. So, I mean, at this point, my HGH levels are really high. I've been in autophagy now for a long time, and it keeps ramping up. So autophagy gets stronger and stronger and stronger, clear up to 72 hours. So the autophagy that I was doing at 16 hours has probably doubled. And in another 24 hours, that'll probably double. And we're talking about super healthy, cleaning out all of the damaged folded cells, all the damaged and folded proteins, all the damaged and folded mitochondria, the precancerous kind of things, maybe even little tumors that we don't even know about. Autophagy can clear all that out, strengthens your immune system. I'm also in the next, 12 hours, I'll be making a good bit of stem cells. So, and that's super great for your immune system and your body. So, it's worth it. It's not that painful. It's just painful at times. So, you have to work through that and you have to focus on all the good. So, the good is during these 2 days now, I'm down 7 pounds right this second, mainly because my body's running on its own fat. My body's running on its own damaged cells. My body's running on itself. And an interesting fact is when you're eating, let's say a normal person needs 2,000 calories a day in order to maintain their weight. So a healthy, ideal weight person runs on about the 2,000 calorie mark, a man, and a woman, say 1,600 calories. When you're fasting, you need about 10% more. So the processes that your body's running in order to generate the 2,000 calories that you need takes a couple hundred calories. So the autophagy, the HGH, the ketosis, now that your body is generating the energy itself and finding the energy and breaking down the energy and processing the energy that it has stored, that takes some energy. So you're actually going to burn more calories while you're in ketosis, while you're fasting, and it's more efficient for weight loss. So, as always, happy fasting. Thanks for watching the video. Hope you watched it clear till the end. Say goodbye to my buddy, and we'll see you in a few hours.